Welcome to this mental development course called Your Pride, Your Enemy. How can your pride be your enemy? Okay, there is a very simple thing which is something you can take in consideration. Let's say you have lost your job. You have now, in perhaps many years, been working in a high position in a company, and for some reason you have certainly after these years lost your job. They have simply fired you, in a good old-fashioned way of saying it, and now you're sitting here and you have no job anymore. And that in itself can be pretty frustrating and very depressing, because certainly you're walking from one day to another, that to have a high position in the society, to have a high position in your surroundings, among your friends and your families, anywhere you go, you used to have that, you have that identity of being you and the one who had that job. You now have to go and together with the unemployed in those lines, and you perhaps have already realized that the world is full of people who haven't a job. You also get offered jobs which you in your wildest dream would never have thought you would ever be able to just think about these kind of jobs. Or perhaps someone certainly calls you lazy because you don't have a job at the moment. These kind of new things. You used to walk out the door in your house and in the garage is a very new car standing, expensive car which belongs to the company. And from one day to another that car is gone. Perhaps it influences a lot on your economy regarding perhaps the house. It could actually be that you need to sell the house. All of these kind of things are very depressing. Because among the things which has gotten hurt is your pride. That person which you've been for a long time, you perhaps need to change that person. And this is in all kind of things, not only regarding job, but this is like a pretty obviously thing. This is happening for most people, and that's why I use that example. But I want to come up with a simple word: changes. Until you reach that stage where you change things, that stage can cause you a big depression. It can cause you a lot of bad mood and very, very strong depression. And your pride will make you continue in the road you're going against. A road of something where you have been for a long time. So the way of thinking is still the same, but you don't have that identity anymore. And that could be in a lot of things. It could be in a marriage, if you're certainly getting a divorce. It could be if you're getting older, you're perhaps getting bigger, you're having a problem regarding getting fat. Yeah, that could be a lot of things. Changes. It's like sliding down a hill, going from the top and all the way down. You're trying to do different kind of things to keep up with yourself and your pride. You're trying to keep your head up and showing everybody that you're still on top of everything. You're still the same you used to be. That nothing has actually changed, but it has changed. And while you're doing all of these kind of things, you're sliding downwards and downwards the hill again and again, and further down. And every time you get like a hammer in your head, every time you see how your pride is getting hurt. And finally you end up on the bottom. You simply can't go deeper. You try to solve the problems in the good old-fashioned way you did before, to be the one you were before. Standpoints was from the one you were before. And the whole of your life had actually started falling apart from each other on the way down that hill. Because your pride held you back. Your mind had told you who you were supposed to be. And the case is, only when you reach the bottom, where there is no way out of anything, that's where most people, they realize that they need to throw away that pride, because nobody really cares about that pride except for yourself. Why not start making those changes straight away while you still can, before you're sliding further down and getting held back by these pride, that pride. Perhaps you used to be the best in something at your work, on the sport field, or whatever it could be, but for some reason you think you're the best still, but the world have changed. You're holding on to that rope that are telling you that you're still the best, until that day where you perhaps need to look yourself in the mirror and accept that you have to throw away that pride and accept the situation as it is. Perhaps you're not the best anymore, or whatever it is. Or perhaps you certainly reach that stage where you throw away your pride and accept that you perhaps have an alcohol problem. That is happening for a lot of people. Our pride always tells us what to do, but it's very often it is completely unrealistic and far away from how the world really looks like. Okay, I hope to have you as a listener on the next mental development course. See you.